Hello, hello. I should have played some music. Oh, hello, Jen. Good to see you. I'm so happy to see some of these names. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm really, really excited you are here. Tracy, where are you? You somewhere exotic. Very nice. Uh, Hi, Glenda. Hi, Denise. Becky. Very great to see you, ladies. If you are just tuning in, we will get started in a couple minutes, but I would really love to know where everyone is tuning in from. So I'm at home here in Listowel, Ontario. Carrie Ann's down the street. But yeah, type in the chat. Uh, yeah, Glenda. So we've got lovely Glenda here assisting me, as well as my awesome success coaches, Carrie Ann and Trisha. So if you see people in the waiting room, just continue to let them in. Oh, Lynn's joining. That is wonderful. Lynn should be in this slide deck. She is such a great example.
Gretchen from Washington, Summerside, PEI. Oh yeah, Glenda, that's where you are from. Credit Port Credit.
One report at Tobicoke.
I'm from Aurelia, Ontario. This is just my background, but I am going to Florida in a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
lucky
yeah,
ducky.
lovely.
Very jealous. Guelph, yeah, down the street, Kitchener, where I've come from. Awesome, you guys. Well, I am thrilled you are here. Oh, there's Lynn. Guys, keep an eye on the waiting room because I do see people still popping in. Lori's here. Wonderful. Okay, you guys. So this is where got people coming from all over. A lot of Canadians. I know there's some people who wanted to join from the States, and um, Glenda's in Guatemala City, which is amazing. Um, But yeah, I would love to know if you could type it in the chat, like, what are you hoping to take away from today? Maybe it's clarity, maybe it's just to know that you are not crazy or alone in your struggles. And yeah, it's going to be wonderful. So maybe a couple more minutes and I will get it going. I won't be able to see who's joining when I start. There's a lot of people here. I'm gonna confess, guys, it's been a long time since I did any kind of live presenting, and so I'm nervous, but I am more excited because I was going and putting this presentation together and I was like, this is my favorite stuff. This is what really lights me up. This is what we do day in and day out, and I am just excited to share it. All right, you know what? Let's just get it rolling. So, um, let's record today. Can I do that? To this computer. Glenda, are you recording this for the people who can't make it live?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Super, because mine did not say so. All right. I am just going to share my screen. All right, my friends, can everybody see that slide there? Yeah? Give me a thumbs up, Glenda, if you can see it and there's nothing else in the background. We're good to go. Okay, guys, welcome to the Cortisol Reset Revolution Masterclass. Before we begin, I know why you're here. You are serious about finding a solution. You're tired of those quick fixes, unsustainable approaches, and just the constant bombardment of conflicting information that is hitting you up in your algorithm. So I have a quick ask. If you can do your best to give this your focused attention for the next 60 minutes, give or take, it might be 75, who knows. But do turn off your notifications, shut your bedroom door like I did so the dogs don't bother you. Be fully present here because this information that I'm about to share could be the missing piece that you have been searching for, but only if you're really tuning in and listening. So you've invested your time to be here with us, and I'm grateful for that. So let's make sure that you get everything you hope to out of this. So in this masterclass, I am going to tell you all about how you can finally and sustainably lose 15 to 20 pounds of hormonal belly fat in 90 days without cutting all your carbs, without killing yourself with workouts or living in a state of burnout. So I'm going to share with you how I was able to balance my cortisol, heal my body, and that made fat loss feel effortless for the first time ever. without crash dieting or crazy cardio. None of that was required, and how we've helped over 650 busy women to do the same here. So in this exclusive masterclass, I'm going to share with you 4 secrets on how you can restore your cortisol levels and unlock sustainable weight loss after 35. I would love for you to walk away with a clear understanding of what you can do to regulate your cortisol so you can start to lose the stubborn 10 to 20 pounds that was not there long ago, that's bothering you, of that belly weight in 90 days or less, without, again, giving up your favorite foods or having to spend hours in the gym. Where's my little clicker here? So I would like to ask you if this sounds familiar. Are you looking in the mirror and barely recognizing the woman staring back? That extra 15, 25 pounds or more, again, especially around your middle, it's making you feel like a stranger in your own body. Or perhaps you're exhausted all day and you're not sleeping at night, and so you're just like dragging through the days like Groundhog Day, and family obligations and daily tasks with brain fog and fatigue. The coffee isn't fixing it anymore. You're like a zombie. Or perhaps like what worked for you in your 30s, maybe you've been fit a lot of your life, but now you're getting 0 results. You've tried everything, keto, intermittent fasting, CrossFit, cleanses, only to watch the weight keep returning or stay stuck. Or perhaps you're battling intense cravings and mood swings that are just making you feel totally out of control. And despite your best intentions, by 3 p.m. you're just like reaching for anything with sugar and feeling guilty and promising yourself that tomorrow is going to be different. And you are just watching your confidence disappear along with your energy. And so you start avoiding social situations or hiding in loose clothing and changing in the bathroom with the door closed. So I would love to everybody to stay to the end to receive these exclusive bonuses. You are going to receive lifetime access to this masterclass recording and the slide deck, and that's to help revisit these strategies and insights at your convenience to reinforce what you're going to learn here today. You're also going to receive a comprehensive wellness guide bundle, which includes the gut health and cortisol connection guide, nighttime snacking solutions. I bet there's a lot of nighttime snackers in here. There used to be wrappers under my bed. Master your metabolism blueprint, and entry into a $300 wellness gift card draw. And you're going to have the exact approach that helped numerous clients shed stubborn belly fat without extreme diets or workouts. So why on earth should you listen to what I have to say today? My name is Danielle, and I'm the founder and CEO of Fembodied Fitness. I've been a coach for years, and I am a hormone health advocate. So I'm also a mom of 2, I'm 42, and I'm a lifelong lover of holistic health and fitness. I'm also a 2-time Olympia IFBB pro, and I have 20 plus years in the fitness and wellness space. I've also been featured in Yahoo Finance's top 10 fitness coaches, so on and so forth. I've been here a long time, but my team and I have helped over 650 women to rebalance their hormones, ditch the all or nothing mindset, and finally feel at home in their own bodies again. So this is, I wasn't always like this. I am not just a coach, I am a recovered binge eater, yo-yo dieter, all or nothing overachiever. I was a burnt out shell of a human adrenal mess. Self-sabotaged myself for forever, and I didn't believe that real change was possible for me. So I really know how frustrating it is to be feeling like you're trying to do everything right, but still feel like your body is broken and you're exhausted. And there's this disconnect. Like, we live in our bodies every day, and you feel like, again, a stranger in your own body. So that's why I'm very passionate about what I teach, because I lived it and I found a way out of that. So I really thought I was doing everything right, and I was still gaining weight. I was stuck in this brutal cycle of yo-yo dieting and burnout and chronic bloating. And it just seemed like the harder I pushed myself, like I would train longer, I would do doubles, I ate less and less, and that worked once upon a time, but my body was pushing back hard. And so I crashed my hormones, my gut rebelled. I didn't understand what was going on at the time, but I remember a breaking point where I was supposed to be on a date night with my husband. I'm sitting across from him, And I'm looking at the menu thinking about all these things that are going to make me feel like crap and feel guilty. My pants are digging into my stomach. I'm like, can't even get comfortable. And I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I looked at him, I was like, I don't deserve this handsome dude. And I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Like, I just was like, enough is enough. I knew something had to change. This wasn't just about the weight anymore. I felt like a prisoner inside my own body. So I was not willing to keep doing these crazy things that I had done when I was a competitor just to get results. It was not sustainable. If we were going to have kids, I didn't want to demonstrate that crazy obsessive behavior to them. So even with my experience as a fitness athlete and all my education, nothing was working. And so not the workouts, not the cardio, not the meal plans. So again, I did not realize it at the time, but my gut and hormones were wrecked and I couldn't fix it alone. So getting expert support with a holistic plan was the turning point for me, and it's been life-changing. So what I learned was it wasn't about the calories in and out anymore, it was about cortisol. So once I stopped fighting my body and I started like healing it, everything changed. And so working with that holistic coach who had been through similar things as me, I felt like I could relate to her. I fixed my gut and I rebalanced my hormones and I lost fat and inflammation without extremes, 35 pounds. It's hard to believe that. And I finally felt like me again. And at first, like, I remember sitting on the couch one day and for the first time ever, like my joints were not all tight and sore. And I was like, I'm not uncomfortable. I have energy. I'm in a good mood. And you know, the scale was down too, but I was like, what happened? This is so like, I was so happy. And so there was no more all or nothing, just a body that was working with me again, not against me. And I've been able to sustain that weight loss for the last 9 years. Now we get to help women to do what I really thought once was impossible. And so I walked away from competitions and I built a method that helps real women with real lives and real life challenges to reclaim their energy, their confidence, and their metabolism without burning out or cutting carbs. So your struggle does not have to be the end. It can be the breakthrough. And today I'm going to explain and show you how. Oops, I went too far. This is what I knew would happen. I got to go backwards. Hold on. Now I did the thing, Glenda, that I thought I was going to do. Mouse, back. I did it. Okay, thanks. So, I don't know, I can't see what the slide says, but if you have that stubborn belly fat that won't budge no matter how hard you try, you have the exhaustion, the bloating, the cravings, and the mood swings that are making you feel out of control. And again, doing everything right, yet still gaining weight and just feeling broken. This is probably why. This is not a willpower problem. You don't have to try harder and don't beat yourself up. It is a hormonal problem. So cortisol, gut health, and your metabolism are running the show, and most weight loss approaches ignore those issues. So imagine what life will feel like for you if you can reset your cortisol and feel calm, energized, and clear, and you heal your gut so your body can naturally burn fat and balance its hormones. And you're able to drop those 10 to 20 pounds with more ease and without burning out or having to give up your favorite foods. So can you see how that would change everything? You don't have to push harder. You just need an approach designed for your biology. So what does it look like to reset your hormones, balance your metabolism, and finally lose that weight for good? This is what happened to me and what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to break it down for you in the Calm Body Code, which is the 4 secrets to help balance hormones and burn fat without the burnout. So cortisol, it's not bad. We need it, but it can do some funky things. So if you are struggling with high cortisol, you might notice that you have that joint and muscle pain. You might have puffiness in the face. I just had a call with someone yesterday. I was like, sorry if you don't mind me saying this, but I cannot help notice, like, do you find that your face is more round now? It's called moon face. She's like, I knew I wasn't crazy. I do see that, right? Sugar cravings, low libido, if you're tired all day, or you're noticing like your digestion is doing different things that it didn't used to do before, and you just have this kind of anxious restlessness, and you're moody. And then when you have prolonged high cortisol, then it goes into low cortisol. And so that might be a result of potential autoimmune diseases, or you can develop them. You may find that you're exhausted in the morning, have extreme fatigue all day, and you're gaining weight super easily, but you're also overwhelmed easily. So secret number one, it is not, and this is really hard for you to wrap your heads around, but it's not about eating less, it's about stress less. So the real reason you cannot lose weight is not a lack of willpower or calories, it is cortisol. Chronic stress keeps your body in survival mode, and it stores fat, especially around your belly, and it wrecks your sleep, and it is tanking your energy. So I'm going to show you the sneaky ways that cortisol is sabotaging your results and how you can reset your body into a fat burning mode without adding more stress or more to your plate. I mean stressful things, not food. You do need more food on your plate. So eating less and moving more, it doesn't work when your hormones are out of whack. It's all about stressing less. So you have been told, I'm certain, that fat loss is about eating less and moving more. But the truth is that model completely ignores the hormonal environment that decides how your body uses the calories you're giving it. So here's what most diets out there miss. Stress hormones like cortisol can actually increase your body's fat storage, even if you're in a deficit. For all of you guys putting your stuff in MyFitnessPal going like, I don't get it, I'm in a deficit, like it's biology. Insulin resistance will lock fat into your cells no matter how little you eat. Thyroid dysfunction can slow your metabolism by up to 40% when you're stressed. And estrogen imbalances shift where and how fat is stored. Poor sleeps, they then mess with ghrelin and leptin, and that makes you feel hungrier and less satisfied. It's like everything is working against you. So you're not broken, you're not lazy, you've just been fighting against biology instead of working with it. So again, most women, they just need to work harder and eat less and grind through workouts to lose weight. But if your cortisol is chronically elevated, your body just holds onto that fat, and especially around your belly, no matter how clean your diet is. So I want to share a case study with you about a woman who's going through exactly this. Our client Michelle was 43 when she came to us, single mom, teacher, living in a constant state of stress. She came to us again believing, I just need to work harder. I need some accountability so I can kill myself in the gym harder. But she was eating only like 12,000 calories, and she was bloated and lethargic and miserable. So she was working out like 5 to 6 days a week. She was on it for 1.5 to 2 hours. And so again, she felt she just needed to do even more than that to like lose the weight. No, Michelle, we're like, your cortisol levels are significantly elevated from all the stress you're going through, your work, your life stress, and the intense exercise was causing her body to store fat despite being in that caloric deficit. So we intervened, we reduced her workout intensity, we replaced the high intensity interval training with more walking and moderate strength training. I remember she's like, I don't hate the gym anymore. This is great. I don't feel so tired the next day. And just added in some stress reduction practices, 10 minutes a day of daily meditation. Some people do breathing work, warm baths, and increased her calories in the right way gradually to higher 16 to 1800 daily with the focus on protein and healthy fats. And we did focus on helping her with her sleep hygiene to support that hormonal balance. So she lost 18 pounds in the first 12 weeks by working with her hormones, not against them, while eating more and exercising less. So we took her through our CALM method. So C is for cortisol regulation. So again, those strategies to stabilize cortisol and reduce the stress. And then supporting the adrenals. The adrenals produce the cortisol. So if you can nourish your body with the right nutrients and recovery strategies, you're going to make your adrenals happier. Lifestyle adjustments, improving sleep, setting boundaries, and managing daily stressors. We all have stress. It's how you manage it. But if you can do things like set healthy boundaries, you're going to be a lot happier. And then those mindset shifts. So reframing the stress and improving self-talk. Don't beat yourself up. If you're going to help yourself, you got to start to befriend And don't add more stress to yourself by stressing about your stress. You know, say, we're going to get through this, positive self-talk, and building resilience. I bet you guys have been through some hard stuff. And this was a very hard thing for me, but you got through that thing and you can get through this too. So secret number 2, your gut runs the show. If your digestion, your cravings, or blood sugar are a mess, it is not a willpower problem, it's a gut and hormone problem. So again, your gut and blood sugar, they control your cravings. So again, it's not, the belief is I just need more discipline. I can't give in to my cravings. But the truth is the cravings are not about willpower. They are biological. They are a signal. Your body's not happy. Blood sugar spikes, gut imbalances occur, and stress can make you just, it makes you do crazy things and feel out of control with food. So our calm cortisol method is how you can stabilize blood sugar, eating the right foods, and healing your gut naturally to reduce those cravings and boost fat loss. So, you know, I really struggled with binge eating for many, many years. And it's about, and a lot during that time when these things were a problem for me. But when I started to give my body more of what it needed, and it was physiologically getting those things, like it just became a lot easier to be like, oh, I don't need that. Or I'm like, you just can circumvent your cravings a lot easier if the physical cravings are solved. You can get over the emotional cravings or the environmental cues a lot easier. So if your cravings feel out of control, it causes your moods, they can be unpredictable. And, you know, if the weight won't budge, no matter how clean you're eating, could be why. When your gut is inflamed and your hormones are imbalanced, your body struggles to regulate the cortisol and blood sugar. They go together, and it can't detox the excess estrogen or manage inflammation. Like, everything's messed up. And so when that happens, like, no amount of willpower or clean eating is going to override this internal chaos that is going on. So I want to share Natalie's case study. She was exhausted and stuck and navigating a separation while she was battling PCOS and PMDD. And that's just a hormonal storm, and it left her feeling depleted and in pain and constantly craving. She wanted to feel better, but she did just feel like out of control with food and too drained to move. Like, you know, when you're like, I know I should exercise to feel better, but I can't, I'm too tired, and exercise is going to make me more tired. She was in that cycle too. And just believed, I have no willpower. I can't follow a plan for more than 2 weeks. Can you relate? She would fall off after 2 weeks, and I'm not meant to be fit. This is not for me. But the truth was, her body wasn't broken. It was just overwhelmed with everything going on inside. So Natalie, I can't see what I wrote here. Sorry, guys. One sec. It wasn't a lack of willpower with Natalie. Like, her cortisol drove insulin resistance and androgen imbalance. Her PPMD amplified that hormone sensitivity. And together, it made her fail at traditional diets and impossible to sustain them. So after, I think 8 weeks in, her PMDD symptoms reduced 70%. The cravings became predictable and manageable. Again, it's like the cravings are going to be there, but if they're a little bit more quiet, it's a lot easier. And they're predictable and manageable. So the bloating eased within those 2 months. Her period pain improved from awful debilitating to just mild discomfort. She lost 15 pounds in 3 months. It looks like more. She must have gained some muscle too, while eating more consistently. And then she had stable energy throughout the month, even during, you know, the 2 times, and gained confidence in understanding her body instead of continuing to fight it. So in her testimony, she said, I spent years thinking I was broken, learning my symptoms were driven by hormones, not willpower, changed everything. And the weight loss has been amazing, but the real one is finally feeling in control of your own body and emotions. So secret number 3, this is important. Quick fix diets make things worse, and you need a long-term metabolic strategy. So a lot of people get, excited about like the faster I lose weight, the better. But the truth is extreme diets, they wreck your metabolism and they making long-term weight loss even harder. So your body needs a reverse dieting approach to repair your metabolism and make weight loss more sustainable. So I don't want to geek out here too much, and I hope I don't lose you in the weeds, but this is the science of it. Metabolic downregulation in hormones. When your metabolism slows from prolonged dieting and overexercise, it doesn't just affect how the calories are burned, but it disrupts those hormones too. And so when leptin drops, this signals more hunger and less fullness. Like if you feel like an empty, you just keep going, like that. There's something to that. Thyroid hormones decrease, which slows down your energy and slows down fat burning, and your overall metabolism slows. Your sex hormones like estrogen, progesterone, they shift, and this causes those menstrual irregularities and mood changes. So the cortisol connection is because your body is under constant perceived stress from lack of energy, the cortisol stays elevated, and then the high cortisol plus the low thyroid equals the stubborn fat storage, especially in the belly area. High cortisol makes it harder for leptin and ghrelin to balance the appetite. So your fullness signals, your satiety, and stress hormone dominance keeps you puffy and inflamed and tired and stuck. Like you're like, I don't know if this is, you just feel like you're retaining water, and you are. So in other words, metabolic downregulation, which is also called metabolic adaptation, it blocks your body's ability to regulate the cortisol, which keeps you stuck in a cycle of stress, fat storage, and burnout. So again, metabolic adaptation is your body's response to prolonged caloric restriction, and it leads to a decrease in your metabolism. So the body reduces the energy expenditure because it wants to conserve energy. And so then the hormonal changes occur, such as the decreased leptin and thyroid hormones. Leptin regulates energy balance, appetite, metabolism, and which signals the fullness. So this adaptation it's like a big storm to cause weight loss plateaus and then difficulty losing further weight in the future. So let me explain this to you. And I would love if everybody who has been a yo-yo dieter at some point, in their life, to drop a 1 in the chat. I just want to know that we're all not alone here. But what happens over the years with yo-yo dieting is in the first graph, you see the up and down. The dotted line is your caloric intake. The blue line is your metabolism. The red line is your weight. So, you start a diet and you drop the calories and woo, the weight goes down, right? And as a result, your metabolism, it slows down to adjust for this new budget of calories. And a lot of diets we go on aren't sustainable. We get sick of the boring food, we're hungry, or we hit our goal and we're like, yay, I can go back to normal. And we increase the calories again. And when we do that too quickly, the metabolism is down here and the calories are up here. And so your body just puts on the weight like that. And so, it's frustrating when you put the weight back on and you get sick of yourself and you're like, I'm going to do this again. That diet worked, I'm going to do it again, or I'm going to do this diet over here. And so in another fancy way, you do something crazy and you cut the calories and you also expend more calories, maybe doing exercise. And again, you lose the weight. And again, your metabolism's like, here we go again. And it will down regulate and you will lose the weight. But again, a lot of things are not sustainable. Life happens, you can't stick to it. And so you go back to your old eating patterns. And it happens worse this time because every time you do an extreme approach or diet, your metabolism, it goes down further and further. And we never show our body we don't support our body in rebuilding the metabolism. So a lot of people come to us, this is how it happens. They're on low calories, they have a lot of weight to lose, and they can't figure out why they can't lose the weight because they're eating low calories and their body's not budging. So what we do differently here and what you need to do moving forward is eat a good amount of calories and have a good, strong metabolism. That's usually how we start our clients. They are bewildered when they eat more food and lose weight, but that's what happens when you nourish your body properly and things sort themselves out. So you can bring the calories up, bring your metabolism up, and then you have this nice bulk of calories and a strong metabolism to cut from. So you can do a fat loss phase, but it's a lot easier. And then if you raise them again carefully, the right way with the right foods, you can keep the weight off eating more food, which is fun. This is what I do and what we all do here. Year in, year out. You just have to know when to push the calories, when to cut them, when to maintain them. It's really fascinating. And here's an example of one of our clients who did this. So Tara came to us in this situation, a lifetime of yo-yo dieting, eating about 1,000 calories, and she had a lot of weight she wanted to lose. She was also suffering with PPMD and maybe PCOS. There was a lot of stuff going on. I remember her cycles were terrible. So what we did is increase the calories, and she started losing weight. And we just kept doing that and playing with the food combinations, and her body was responding beautifully. And then she got down to like a great weight, and so we just slowly started increasing those calories. Her body kept changing while eating more. And yeah, that was really wonderful. I forget over what time period she did that. August 2023 to March 2024. It takes time, but it's worth it. And then, you know, some people don't have a ton of weight to lose, and that's okay. They still feel like crap. They have awful sleeps, feel guilty about eating half a box of pizza. Like this was Nicole, and she was coming from being like an elite weightlifter, but she didn't want to do crazy stuff anymore. She's like, I just want to be normal. Is that too much to ask? Not to have this bloated feeling all day long. I think she was also in perimenopause. So you can see that, you know, she did have a lot of weight to lose, but she lost weight while we increased her calories, and she changed her body composition, because it is not all about the scale. People just want to look and feel good. And so that may involve like losing some body fat and gaining some muscle. And muscle also helps a lot with metabolism. So she was able to leave with her happy new weight and body composition, eating more food than she had in a really long time. So to reiterate, chronic dieting and low calorie, it wrecks your metabolism and it keeps your cortisol high. So the sustainable metabolism formula is that strategic calorie cycling where we are building muscle, working on stress management so that you can lose the fat and be able to keep it off for life. We use a reverse dieting, which is the activate metabolism phase, to slowly increase that food and restore your metabolic function. So this balances your cortisol, and when that's better, your sleeps are better, your recovery is better, and so it's all about helping your body to be the well-oiled machine it was designed to be. So secret number 4, these symptoms that you're going through are signals. They are not a life sentence. So a lot of women have been taught to ignore or normalize things like constipation, bloating, waking up exhausted, no matter how early you go to bed. You have insomnia or broken sleeps, or, you know, if you're going through perimenopause, menopause, you're having hot flashes, night sweats, or crazy painful periods. Or you've got the rage and the mood swings and the irritability and the brain fog, and, you know, it's affecting the people around you, and then you feel guilty about it. It's awful. But here's the truth, like, these are all signs that your body is out of balance, and you should not ignore them or blame yourself for them. Like, they are clues. So your body is speaking, and we need to actually listen and decode these signs. So symptoms like that, they're data. So we don't want to guess, we want to assess. These are all signs your body is out of balance, and they matter. So again, I've talked about it, the constipation, the sleeps, the insomnia, broken sleep, it's not normal. That was a little redundant, my apologies, but I want to show you Lynn here, who she was 51, office manager, had grown children, and she was like, Danielle, I've never had a weight problem before. Like, I'm active, and I don't know what's happened to me. Like, this is ridiculous. She had put on 32 pounds, past her like happy weight that she was used to being most of her life. She was postmenopause, and it was really, you can see, concentrated in her midsection, but also bum and thighs and all those lady areas that we don't want it. It was affecting her mood and energy. She would have crashes, and her sleep was disrupted, and just was getting anxious about this. And then I remember a friend of hers was having great results in our program, and she's like, okay, I give up. I'll do it. And she had done prior attempts of multiple low-calorie diets. She tried eliminating like gluten, dairy, and just, or intermittent fast. She tried the things. They weren't working. She just thought, my metabolism is broken and this is menopause, and it's how it is now. I mean, my body's not going to cooperate anymore. But upon assessment, we discovered that Lynn was dealing with, it wasn't a broken metabolism, but there were multiple hormonal imbalances going on. So estrogen fluctuations were driving that fat storage in her abdominal area. Cortisol dysregulation from, she had really bad digestive stress and issues. She was on quite a few stomach meds, had been for a long time, had insulin resistance from developing hormonal shifts of menopause. And so she had these afternoon sugar cravings. And again, not a lack of willpower, but clear biological signs. She had compromised gut flora, which that increases the sugar cravings. And then when your gut's a hot mess, even if you are eating clean, your body cannot absorb the good stuff you're trying to give it because it's not working properly. And so those nutrient absorption issues, they create mineral deficiencies, which can also cause cravings, and then things don't work. When the building blocks are there, it just doesn't work. Blood sugar instability from digestive inflammation, and stress-driven cortisol spikes, which just, they cause comfort food seeking. So when you're fine, and then you find yourself in an empty bag of chips and go, how did that happen? Like, it's just wild. So after 6 months, she lost 28 pounds, primarily from her abdominal area. I remember she's like, oh my God, you guys, I see abs. It was so wonderful. Completely eliminated the need for her stomach medications. That was so huge. She has stable energy throughout the day, without afternoon crashes. Her sleep improved. Enjoyed the food freedom of not having uncontrollable cravings or emotional eating episodes. And her body composition changed, right? Increased muscle tone and overall strength. She's like, I've never felt so strong. And muscle is such an important thing. I'm not going to lecture you on it today, but like, it helps your metabolism, it helps your hormones. You know, once we get to 40, it just starts deteriorating if you're not doing purposeful things to keep it around. So her confidence renewed, with a sense of control over her health and body. I reached out to her the other day and see how she was doing. She's like, these are pictures, and you know, I'm still down the 30 pounds, and thank you, but I owe it to you and Trisha. And Trisha's on our call today. So that was super rewarding to hear. So what can you do about this? What can you do next? You know, you can take option one, the do-it-yourself path. You can take the 4 secrets you learned today and download those bonus materials and implement it on your own. And some of you will absolutely have some success with this, for sure. But I'm going to share something vulnerable with you. I spent a year or more really hating my body and feeling lost when I was in that mess, because it wasn't just the weight that I had gained. It was my mood. It was my energy. Like, it was the digestion. Like, it's just suffering, like, for no reason for a year. But I would read the books. I'd listen to the podcasts. I follow the experts. And in, like, I'm a fitness coach. I can do this. I'm just like, I'll just do it differently. But I couldn't piece it together. I couldn't make it work, because it's really hard to see the picture when you are in the frame. Does that make sense? So what I've learned is the women who succeed the fastest have an outside perspective, personalized guidance, and expert support. So these were the mistakes that I made, and what I would really like to see you guys avoid. So most women, they're going to guess about their hormonal levels and end up making things worse. But we use specific testing to know exactly what is going on. Generic protocols, one size fits all meal plans, they ignore your unique metabolic profile, and our system is customized based on where you are in this journey and what your body's specific needs are. And, you know, mistake number 3, not having expert guidance. So when you hit your plateaus or have obstacles, and you need someone who has seen it before and can guide you through it. Our clients, they get weekly adjustments based on what their body is doing, because it does change. So the reality check is this, like, most women, when they go about things themselves, they will get stuck in 3 or 4 weeks. They will second guess when progress stalls. They're like, this is not working for me. They're going to fall back into their old patterns and end up where they started, just like I did, over and over and over again. Like you're hitting your face against a brick wall. And if you're tired of having the information but can't make it work for your body, I would love to share with you how we help our clients get results 90% faster, if you're cool with that. So here's how we support our clients inside the cortisol calm method, so you can finally get sustainable, lasting results. We address root causes with a holistic approach. So what works for everyone else could work for you, except you do not have the same digestive profile as other people. And you certainly don't have the same hormonal profile as other people. And you don't have the same diet history or metabolism as other people. You also probably don't have the same preferences. Like if you don't like certain vegetables and fish, like it shouldn't be on your plan, right? And food restrictions as other people. So this is why when we accept someone into the program, we start off with a thorough assessment of all these areas so we can address those issues with protocols that help eliminate the things that could be blocking your body's ability to lose fat. So our cortisol method support system is powered by biofeedback driven coaching. So this is not, sorry, the sun's getting in my eyes, sunset. This isn't another cookie cutter program or unresponsive Facebook group. You get a dedicated one-on-one success coach who is a registered holistic nutritionist specializing in women's hormones, who listens to you and your body the way you've always wished a coach would. Your hormones are talking and we actually listen. So we're tracking your energy, your sleep, your hunger, your mood, your cravings, your cycles, and your digestive patterns. And we adjust based on that hormonal feedback, not macros or scale weight. The coaches use Nutrisystem profile assessments for a deeper insight into what's going on with your thyroid and adrenal function, your liver, your detox pathways, digestion, immune health, and more. This is why it's holistic coaching, because if one thing is off, it is affecting all the other systems. So I said this, yeah. If one system is overburdened, your body is not going to feel safe enough to let go of the fat, no matter how hard you keep pushing. So this is why we don't just tweak workouts or nutrition. Like, we need to help you create a calm, supported internal environment so your body can actually release the weight that it's been holding on to for dear life. So the protocols may include like food-based healing. We are in the school of thought that food can be like medicine. It can be healing. It can also be the opposite of that. Supplementation recommendations, they're not requirements. We're not a supplement, we don't do that. But if someone's struggling with hot flashes and things like that, like there's sometimes things, supplements that might help, temporarily or something like that until things are sorted out. Rest and recovery strategies, nervous system regulation is so important. And then training modifications. So weekly adjustments made on that biofeedback, not just the scale. This personalized approach helps prevent the burnout and ensures the sustainable results. So this is next level root cause coaching designed to prevent burnout and support sustainable success. Again, when I started doing things this way, I was like, oh my God, like, why isn't everyone doing it this way? I like this. This is fun. So fuel fat loss without food restrictions. We use a hormone smart 80-20 plan. So 80% of the time, we want to show you a flexible way with family-friendly recipes that you can support your body's needs and goals. So I'm smiling because Valerie's coming in here and she's in the slideshow. 80% of the time doing that in a flexible way, also showing you how to do that. We want to empower you to understand this so you can do it yourself. And then the other 20% of the time, you want to be mindfully indulging in your favorite things because that is life. It's good to take out the guesswork for sure. Think people get overwhelmed by meal planning and things like that. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be simple and efficient and delicious with the flexibility of fun things. So example, Nikki, she was in this pattern of like eating perfectly all week and boring diet, and then would blow it on weekends and binge. And so once she ditched the restriction and found that balanced, flexible way of eating, it just worked so well for her and changed everything. So the cortisol conscious training method involves strength-based workouts that work with your body, not against it. So our custom fitness programming is designed to build lean muscle. Again, I talked about the importance of it. That enhances your metabolism, but also avoiding hormonal burnout. So every plan is tailored to your energy, injuries, schedule, and goals. Like women come in here and they're like, how long do I have to work out for? And it really depends on you, your schedule, and your needs and things like that, but probably less than what you are. Workouts are tailored to your space, your home, your gym, or a mix, and they're gentle on your nervous system. Cortisol conscious workouts, and delivered in an easy to follow app with video demonstrations so you know exactly what to do. And you get fresh workouts every month because that keeps your routine effective with progressive overload, and you don't get bored. So it's about train smarter, not harder. Results come faster with more consistency and less stress. So we have this in a 4-phase transformation code. We take you through these phases to lock in the results for good. So number 1, correcting and priming your metabolism. We have to, correcting and priming your body. Supporting digestion, where we reduce the inflammation and rebalance stress hormones so the body can respond to results again. We do this usually in month 1, and people will lose quite a bit of like the puffiness and inflammation, and it's really fun to see how things can switch when you're supporting your body. Phase 2 is where we activate your metabolism, and this is where we strategically increase the calories in such a way that it's like adding logs to a fire and gets your metabolism going again, and that boosts your energy, and it helps your body to exit the survival mode that it's been in, getting the hormones to work properly again. And then again, when we bring those calories up and your body's working like a well-oiled machine, firing on all cylinders, you can start to lose the body fat, and so you can enter into a smart strategic cut where you're not starving, but your body is able to respond to it, and it's designed for midlife hormones with strength training again as the anchor. And phase 4 is maintaining it for life. So if you do this properly and reverse into maintenance, you can lock in the results for good while sustaining your hormonal health, which is what we all want. So I bet you're wondering, will this actually work for me? And that really depends on you, because we'd be giving you the exact same strategy that again, I've been using and have used to feel in control of my body and my health and gave me back my confidence. And it's the same approach that has also given those 650 women the energy and confidence they need to show up as the best version of themselves and be who they've always wanted to become. That version of you with balanced hormones and a happy metabolism and energy, like that's who you want to be and who you can be, all while still enjoying life. So I know this program is capable of delivering the promised results. So if you do take this journey with us, you are going to experience tangible results in the first few weeks. And you know, when you heal your body and you transform your body, that is massive personal growth. Women come in here, they fix that, and they just have this newfound confidence to do something great with their lives, or just take the risks that they've been putting off, because your confidence is everything. It is your foundation. And you will be held accountable to do the work that creates those lasting results and have the full support and feedback, so you're not trying to figure this out on your own. And I'm sure some of you are like, okay, how much does it cost? But it truly depends on your circumstance, the program length that you're in. And so I will be honest, we're not the cheapest, but I do believe we are the best. And so there are financing options, no credit checks, interest-free financing. But if you do qualify, and this is right for you, then we do guarantee results. So we guarantee that you will see results, either weight loss or reduced measurements in the first 30 days, or we would coach you for free until you do. So if you have been listening to this and you are ready to chat, like zero pressure, I'm not here for that. But if you've listened to this point and you feel like this could be it for you, this is the program for you, and you are ready to transform your body and your health and keep the weight off for good, then take this down this number, text the keyword coaching. And Glenda, I don't know if you want to maybe drop it in the chat so people can copy and paste it. DM the word coaching to apply. And there's the Canada number there and the US number underneath. But you and I can book a complimentary Calm Method strategy session where we get to unpack this together and look at your unique goals and your challenges, and then we can map this out, how it would look for you in detail. And then, if we decide it's a heck yes, awesome. If not, no worries. Like, at least I want you to walk away with some clarity. But if we do hop on a call and you enroll before October 15th, then I am going to give you an extra 4 weeks of coaching for free on the house. And so more time is great. An extra month of expert support to accelerate your progress and keep you accountable. You are going to also receive our hormone-friendly fat loss toolkit with the proven strategies to balance your cortisol, insulin, estrogen to support that long-term fat loss. These are fun. I'm very excited about these biofeedback trackers. So you get to tick the boxes of how your sleep and energy and mood is in all the phases. And so you're making great biological process, and it's fun to be able to see your hormones healing, to enjoy a more personalized journey. And it helps with the coaching adjustments as well. 15 blood sugar friendly family approved recipes to enjoy real food. However, people who come in here, they get access to a massive database of wonderful recipes. All of our ladies are always sharing them together. And then you get a 60-minute fast start call where we can kick off with clarity through personalized goal setting and a custom plan built for your lifestyle. So I appreciate you all here for staying at the end. So what I would love, if you are still here and you're going to hang out for the Q&As, please, and you want, what were we going to do about the bonuses? So we're going to open it up to live Q&As. So if you have questions about some of the things that you heard today, we have our success coaches here with us. What were we going to do? Text the word bonus to get those free bonuses, Glenda? I can't remember how we were going to get them to the people.
I am going to be sharing a link here in the chat window. It's going to have a link for all of you to be able to download all of the free guides that you're going to get as a bonus. So I will tag it right here. And there's the link.
All right. Don't be shy, y'all. I would love to have some questions, and you can just type them in the chat for us. Do we have any questions yet? I guess I answered them all. I did my best, And we have some people on here, like some of our clients. Jen, you're a big fangirl of what we do here. No worries, Christine, that you just popped on. Carrie Ann, I'm going to unmute you.
I can speak if you like. I'm driving.
For sure. Did you have any questions pop up or any thoughts or comments on this? Because you're living proof of how this works.
Oh, geez. I know for me, I'm one of those people who I may not have been a client who's lost the most weight, but I can tell you that pictures speak so much louder than words. I've lost 11 pounds on this program so far, but if you look at my body from the beginning to where I am now, it looks so different. But if I wouldn't have taken those photos, I would have not noticed, right?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. The scale is a lousy measurement of progress. And when we look at someone's before and after photos, it can be vulnerable to stand there and just take them. But you see that the body composition changing. You see someone's stomach flattening out and new shadows coming and their muscle. It's really fun. And when you do it every 2 weeks or so, a few months in, you're just oh my gosh, I didn't realize. So and your clothes, you downsized in clothes and things like that. So yeah.
I'm wearing shorts that are too big for me right now.
I remember going to Jen's house and she's like, look at my pants. We took a picture of it. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, and one of the other things that I know most people, like, well, I don't know, I'm just assuming, but I know for me, I'm always concerned, oh my goodness, am I going to be starving? I can tell you right now that you are going to be wondering where you're going to put all the food.
It's a really counterintuitive thing to be eating more and getting results for sure, but it gets easier, right? And then if you do
Yes.
get hungry, it's like, okay, your body's ready for more calories or a change or something like that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Uh,
No,
yeah, awesome. So, did anything else you wanted to add to that, Jen?
no, I don't. I think that's it for now anyway.
Super. So, Danielle Martin says, you mentioned hormone testing. What does that look like? Carrie Ann or Tricia, did you want to explain how we assess hormones without, like, some people, if they've had recent blood work, that is also helpful. Like Carrie Ann and Tricia can read lab work, and it's usually affirming of their findings. But maybe, Carrie Ann, do you want to explain how the NSP form works, or how you kind of get a general impression of what's going on with someone?
Yeah. So I do apologize if there is a tractor in the background. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. Um, so the NSP forms, when you come into the program, we have you fill out a nutritional assessment. And a lot of it is like, I mean, it's just question after question. It's quick, like it's just like not a yes or no, but
It's rating your symptoms on a scale of one
yeah,
to four, and
yeah,
sometimes it's
yeah.
repetitive, but is it not looking at all your different body systems, right?
Yes, like all the body systems. And then when it gets like sent to us, we can see like where your body system is craving the most need at that time from those symptoms. So that is one way that we look at your hormones for that. The second way is definitely the blood work and looking at that. And the third way is, and we don't always have everybody doing this, but you can do Dutch hormone testing. And it gives you a very clear vision of what your hormones are doing. So
Yeah,
there's like three ways. So yeah.
yeah. And we don't start off with Dutch testing, but
No,
some
we don't. No.
people going
And
on.
not even blood work. Like we go by symptoms first. Your body's speaking to you. So symptoms say everything.
We did say everything.
Mhm.
Kathy says, is there anyone who wouldn't benefit or fit the program? 100% yes. Yes. Because there's some people who they want to throw money at it and sit around. I'll be honest. Like these, if you want to change, like something has to change. And so you cannot, read the plan and just manifest it into your body. Like you have to take the action, and it doesn't necessarily mean more action. I've tried to tell you this, but it's just correcting the actions that you are taking. So yeah, I've turned people away that I'm like, this is not for us. And but I love all the different things that women take away from this, not just physical changes, but sometimes just like even more like personal growth and things like that. Like I love that stuff. So great question, Kathy. Thank you. Deanna said, so the cost all depends on your assessment. Yeah, like I like to have a call with someone and kind of get a general idea of what their timeline might look like to give them more insight as to what that could be. But there's some flexibility with that for sure. Tracy asks, does the program work if to lose a lot more than 35 pounds, and does it fit for someone with disabilities? Yeah, we've had that before. We had a client, she needed to lose about 100 pounds, and she had severe back problems. I don't know if you guys remember, oh, her name has escaped me, Shannon, I think. But she could barely walk. And it was awful because she had two young kids and just really bad back pain. So we really focused on nutrition with her at first. And I think she set the record. I think, like, because, the average is 10 to 25 pounds maybe in the first 90 days. And some women come in here and they just want to lose that 5, and that's totally okay. But she lost like 40. It was wild. Like, I think her body was ready to let that go. And because the inflammation came down, the pain subsided, and she was able to start doing more walking and light weight training, and it just snowballed in a very good way from there, and that built the momentum for her to keep going. It just depends on the disabilities, because we do have clients with severe restrictions, not restrictions. I I forget what I'm trying to say, but we've had clients that need to do pool workouts because they've got some things going on, and that's totally okay. There's so much you can do with nutrition and lifestyle. Yes, Becky is one of our success coaches too. Go Jen, go Jen. Lori, can you tell me more about what you mean about limitations? I'm scrolling up to see if there's more to that question.
Oh, just when you were trying to search that word about restrictions, I was wondering if you meant limitations, like people's bodies
Yes,
limiting.
thank you. That is the one, restriction.
Okay.
Things like that. Trisha, do you remember Natalie and how awesome that was? That was Trisha's client.
Yes, I was trying to remember the name too, and I had the face and Natalie. Yes, Natalie had a bit more to lose. And we've also had like in terms of like restrictions like you say or limitations, like we've even Cassie had like severe concussion, so we had to be really careful with her workouts. Or one of our other coaches had somebody that had broken bones. I've had someone that had like, a surgery as well too and wasn't able to lift anything in her upper body and still got results. So yes, I think we're very equipped to be able to modify the workouts and the nutrition based on what's going on with you.
Yeah, Tracy's saying I have severe osteoarthritis, no cartilage in my knees, lower back pain, and feet problems, so I have a lot of mobility limitations for sure. And so we would just want to chat more about that. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, finding solutions and controlling what you can control until things get a little bit better, and then you can, maybe implement certain types of movement, gentle yoga, and things like that. Figuring out what you can do and just starting there. Lisa, good to see you. I have so many questions, Deanna says. I will get on a call with you. I'd love to answer one, just top of mind, just, we won't keep it going too long. It's 7 o'clock, but I do want to make sure that everybody gets their questions answered. No, Trisha, I was talking about Natalie in the slides, like when she had like the crazy hormonal periods and stuff like that. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, that Natalie.
Natasha was the one that had so much weight to lose. That's why we're thinking that. Okay, gotcha. But could you guys relate to any of those different scenarios I was talking about, like either brain fog or just like feeling like what you're doing is just not working? I hope so. 100%. Thanks, Becky. Yep, Deanna. Awesome. Well, if you do think of questions, like I would love to answer them for you. Like I would love to hop on a call and dig into, what you've been doing, why it probably hasn't worked, and what you could do instead. Because again, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to settle. Why? Just because maybe you're in a community or in a group of women where it's the norm after 40, 50, 60. This is just how it is now, that we're this age and, look at your high school photos and cry. And but it doesn't have to be, because you see those women out there who are like 70, 80 online, and they're crawling on their kitchen counters getting things. And they decided a long time ago that they were going to figure this out and work towards that longevity. Like that is my goal. Lisa, I'm so glad you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I just thought I'd share because I've been doing the program for just over 3 months. I've signed up for another 3 months, and I've really joined the call just because every little bit of extra information is fun and helpful and a good reminder. But honestly, it's been such a game changer for me. I think I'm 47. I have 3 kids. I had gut issues for pretty much my whole life. Like I think they started around when I was 14, and I didn't even remember what not feeling sick felt like until now. And I just was always, I was just thought, oh, maybe I'm allergic to something, or like, why is my stomach hurting? I saw nutritionists, doctors, specialists, like nothing worked. And now, like my stomach doesn't hurt at all. I like TMI, but go to the bathroom properly every day. My energy is better. Honestly, it's such a game changer for me. And like some of the other emotional things too, like I was super nervous about going to the gym. I was doing yoga like 5 or 6 days a week, and running had always been my way to lose weight, but it wasn't working anymore. And I didn't like it anymore. It didn't feel as good. And I was getting frustrated because I used to just be able to go for, as long as I was running, I would be able to drop any weight I wanted. And now I was getting bigger instead of smaller. And my runs, I would just like criticize myself the whole time. But I was too scared to join a gym. I actually had joined one and had paid for a whole year and never even went once because I was too nervous to go. But now with the app and the guidance from, like, Trisha's my coach and she sends me my workouts, and I was there this morning and I was like, I don't know that particular move because it was like a new workout, and I just could watch the video and read the instructions on how to do it. And it's like a total game changer. Like, I look forward to going now. And I'm never hungry. I feel so much better. I did the other day, like, not that you can't eat anything you shouldn't, but now I know how my body responds. Like, I ate a piece of ice cream cake. I felt no guilt because, like, it was in my 20%. I didn't feel any guilt, but I did have a stomach ache. I was like, okay, well, now I remember what bad feels like, so I can feel, good about feeling good today, because I did not have one last night, let me tell you. So there you go. Anyway, it's so awesome. I can't say enough about the program. I have referred a few people already, and and for me, it's like more than 3 months, not because you have to, but because it's what I needed. Like, I like that accountability. I like being able to text Trisha and ask my questions. She probably gets way more texts from me than she really wants to because I can't help myself. But like, it's so, so good, and the food's delicious. And now I don't have to use those recipes because now I know how much protein, what it looks like on my plate. I know the carbs, like the veggies, portions, like I'm used to it, and it feels so good. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, I love it. Say it again into the mic. No, I'm so proud of you, Lisa. Like, Trisha is wonderful. And people always apologize for sending her so many text messages. She's like, no, don't stop sending questions or telling more information. It really helps me. And it does. And I always say the women who do the best in our program are the ones who communicate what's going on, because it's all those little biomarker signs that are like clues of like, yes, it's working, it's working, it's working. And then lo and behold. Erica has a great question because your picture was in this slideshow, Erica. She was in the program, I don't know how many years ago, but she had incredible results. I think around COVID time, like 20, anyways, and she's an avid runner. She says, kept most of the weight off, but I think my hormones might be taking over. Has the program changed over time? Has there been more new tools that you're excited about? We may have been doing those NSP forms when you were here, Erica, but it's also about the experience of the coaches. Like, Trisha has undergone so much education in the realm of female hormones and gut health, and then just has that much more experience. So she's like a wizard. And then Carrie Ann too, like, worked in a what was that clinic that you worked at with all kinds of health professionals? So you're just so well versed and can read people like a book and know what to do. And then we've just continued to expand that library of tools, Erica. Like, I think it was a big focus on mindset when you came in, and it still is, and those modules are still there, but we just keep adding to them because someone has a question or a problem and they want to learn. And so it's like, watch this module or that module. They're not required, but it's just helpful to have like Netflix of like what's going on in your body and things like that. So I am excited about that, and I'm would be happy to tell you about it more on a call or so, or Trisha can. X2 internal agree. Oh, what I don't know what Jen's saying about X2. I agree with all she said. Oh, second that times 2. I was like, maybe she was a double XL. I don't know. Kathy, are you still there? I feel like you had your hand up at one point. Did you want to make a comment, Kathy? Maybe not. Lisa said, another big benefit is how it's changed my relationship with alcohol. Before this cup would have had all wine in it. Lisa, I'll be honest, when I saw you on this call, I was like, Because I remember our initial call and you had the moon puffy face. I'm sorry, but it's not there anymore. Like it's just wild. You look 10 years younger or more. And Lynn, I hope you don't mind me picking you out on this call, but I appreciate you being here. And Lynn was starving herself and sweating to the oldies, like every day in and day out, killing herself. And I'm like, you poor woman. And also like not, awful bowel stuff going on with you. And so that's getting better too. And your pictures are getting better. The work is working 100%.
Thank you.
You weren't putting your hands up. It was a thumbs up to give Lisa a thumbs up. Boomer, Bez, Zoom. Awesome. Any other questions or comments, guys? Any aha moments that you want to share? But yeah, like if you're down and just want to have an open conversation about what's going on with you, what this could look like, do DM the word coaching, like no pressure. Like we just want to help people and give them clarity. And if that's not with us, cool. But if it is, we've got a lot to look forward to. Yeah, there's the phone numbers again. So I guess we'll wrap this up, guys. I appreciate you all for staying till the end. Collect your bonuses, type the word, and you'll be entered in that gift card for the $300 draw and get all that other bonus material. I really appreciate you staying here, and thank you so much.
Thanks, Danielle. This was really great.
Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that a lot. It was fun. I had fun. All right,
Well,
talk soon. Everyone have a great night, and I hope to chat with you guys soon. Bye.